so that Aiyana can come up and speak with us. And so, realizing you haven't heard me for 2 weeks, realizing how I'm like ready to levitate, what Aiyana's going to say is important. So come on up, Aiyana, and tell your neighbor, this must be really important. All right, let's give it up.
Thank you, Rev. Good afternoon. 11 years ago, exactly, I decided to take the 4T Prosperity program at Unity on the Bay, and it was facilitated by some lawyer guy named Frank. And little did I know that my life would change so drastically for the better. Being the avid student that I am and following directions and putting them to use, my perception began to change quite drastically. I began to see God in a different, more attainable and tangible way. Later on in the course, I was introduced into the Unity way of prayer. This was the biggest change that occurred within me during this 4T. Life became easier and more understandable. Through the power of prayer, I was able to see the face of God, first in myself, then in others, and in all circumstances, regardless of their appearance. One of the most noticeable changes was in attending Sunday services. The sermon seemed to come alive, and new meaning was given to every word uttered and every lyric sang. They never changed. I did. There was an awareness of life, vibration, peace, and serenity, and I felt more aware of my responsibility to living a life of prayer and gratitude. I have taken the 4T program 8 more times since then as a refresher and a reminder, each time becoming aware of other parts of the program that had remained dormant for me due to my unreadiness. Each time achieving greater degrees of understanding and awareness. Each time becoming more aware of God's abundance and surpassing my own limitations in ways I never thought possible. The 4T program assisted me in seeing God ever so tangibly in the experience of my mother's illness and transition. I have healed myself from dysfunctional family relationships as a result of alcoholism. I have beat addiction. Thank you. I have beat addiction. I have opened a business. And lastly, entrusting the higher good of God to unfold through me and as me, I have followed God's guidance in a most loving way and allowed myself to die and be born again without taking my feet off the ground. Today I stand before you as a living testament of a living and very real God in the midst of my being. And I am very grateful for having this opportunity in which I get to transform myself more by sharing what I have received with you. We will come together through this 4T class to dance, to laugh and cry. We will discuss, we will pray, grow, love, serve, listen, and be supportive. And most importantly, we will celebrate the uniqueness and goodness of our lives in God. Today, I invite you to dive into your being, to open up spaces, rooms, and closets within you, clean them out through the power of forgiveness and healing, and fill them with the one power and one presence we know as God. I promise that your life will never be the same. I close with these words. Dare to grow, dare to discover, dare to be, and dare to make it come true. It is, after all, entirely up to you. Thank you. Thanks.